Okay. We're going to continue with There's a Boy in the Girls' Bathroom. This is chapter 28. Bradley lay on his bed on his stomach. He chewed the end of his pencil as he looked hopelessly at the arithmetic book opened in front of him. Next to the book was a piece of paper. In the upper right-hand corner he had written, Bradley Chalkers, homework, arithmetic, page 43, Red Hill School, room 12, Mrs. Ebble's class, last seat, last row, black eye. Okay, he put a lot of extra information on his homework, didn't he? Usually we write the name and the date, and as you get older you may start writing the class, and the period that you have it, the teacher. But he even put that he has a black eye and where he sits in the class. His handwriting, which was messy anyhow, was made worse by the fact that he wrote with a dull pencil on top of a soft bed. He had stayed in Mrs. Ebble's class as long as he could after the bell rang. Bradley, it's time to go home, Mrs. Ebble finally said to him. He looked outside, unsure if Jeff and his gang of bullies were waiting for him. I have a question, he said. Mrs. Ebble eyed him suspiciously. What kind of question? He tried to figure out what kind of question he had. An asking question. I see, said Mrs. Ebble. May I ask it, he asked. Okay, she said reluctantly. He asked his question. What page is the homework on? The homework? Page 43. He wrote 43 on the top of his sneaker, so he wouldn't forget. Then took his arithmetic book and stepped outside. Jeff and his friends were playing basketball. He ran home. Now, he looked hopelessly at page 43, shook his head, and sighed. Question 1. What is 3/4 of 2/3? It was the most impossible question he'd ever seen. His mind wandered. Ever have that experience before? You look at something and you're just like, what? Hey, Bradley, what are you doing? Asked Ronnie. Homework. What's homework? What's homework? She asked. It's work you do at home. Is that supposed to be funny? She asked. Oh, really? That's what they do at school. They give you work to do at home, and they call it homework. Never done it before, said Ronnie. I'm doing it for Carla. Now leave me alone so I can concentrate. Question 1. What is 3/4 of 2/3? Why are you doing it for Carla? Ronnie asked. He sighed. Okay, I'll tell you, but you can't tell anyone. Ronnie promised not to tell. We're in love. Really? Exclaimed Ronnie. How do you know? She kissed me. Oh, that means she loves you, said Ronnie. Are you going to marry her? Maybe when I'm older. First I have to do my homework. I'm going to marry Bartholomew, said Ronnie. I know, said Bradley. Now let me do my homework. Question 1. What is 3/4 of 2/3? Hey, Bradley, what's going on? Asked Bartholomew. Leave him alone, said Ronnie. He's trying to do his homework. He can't concentrate when you're talking to him. Maybe I can help, said Bartholomew. What's the problem? What is 3/4 of 2/3? Bradley asked. 3/4 of 2/3, Bartholomew repeated. That's a tough problem, all right. 3/4 of 2/3. Let's see. You divide 4 into... No. You multiply 2 times... No. It means you divide, said the... Of course, of means divide, said the donkey. Like, if you take half of something, it means you divide by 2. You divide 3 by 2 and 4 by 3. Bradley started to write that down. No, of means times, said the lion. You have to multiply everything. First you have to reverse the denominator, said the fox. You don't reverse, you inverse, corrected the mother cocker spaniel. I think you'll have to find a common denumerator. Said the elephant. Not for multiplication, said the hippopotamus. That's only for addition. Multiplication is the same as addition, said the fox, only faster. You cancel out the 3's, said the kangaroo. You always cancel out 3's. You multiply the 3's, said the lion. Bradley kept erasing and rewriting until there was nothing but a big black smudge covering his paper. On top of the smudge, he tried to write 3 times 3 equals 9. But as he did so, his pencil tore a hole through the paper. The answer can't be 9, said Ronnie. If you start out with fractions, you have to end up with fractions. Bradley slammed the book shut. None of you know what you're talking about, he cried out in disgust. He took the book, paper, pencil, and walked down the hall into the dining room. I want you to turn and talk to a friend about the picture you have in your mind right now. I'm going to read that sentence to you one more time. And before you start talking, I want you to listen to me read the sentence one more time. Bradley slammed the book shut. None of you know what you're talking about, he cried out in disgust. He took the book, paper, and pencil and walked down the hall to the dining room. Think about the stuffed animals around him while he's doing this. Turn and talk.